Hi everyone. So I'm literally in my kitchen baking, go figure. It's hotter than heck here in Carlsbad, but I'm baking because I'm creating a new recipe. So, but I wanted to chime in and answer a couple questions. I know I got to a lot today, but I just figure might as well get them done when I can. So I'm going to answer these 6 questions that are here, or it looks like there might be 5. So let me just jump right in. So Elaine asks about the 365 program. She says, I know in the UAP you said we could always repeat a circuit if we liked it. Can we skip a month in the 365 and do another one instead? I'm not a fan of the full body circuits and was wondering if there's a benefit to them. I'm not trying to lose weight, but I need to gain definition. So Elaine, the answer is you can do whatever you want with these plans. That's the beauty of it. You can flip-flop the months. You can flip-flop the plans. You can even, if you like a certain plan or of a menu, you can even use that menu 2 months in a row and then switch out the workouts. Just look through the plan and see which one resonates with you, and then you can go for that one. So if you're not liking the circuit style workouts, then you can just switch to one that's a little bit more isolated and you're still going to get great results. So yeah, so that's really great because you can just be really flexible with the plans. And the reason for the circuit workouts, there's a couple reasons. The first is if you're limited with time. For me, being a really busy mom, I'm limited with time, so that works for me. Also, I'm not trying to gain, I'm just trying to maintain. So that also helps with me just for maintaining, just to get my heart rate up. I'm not doing as much cardio as I once have in the past, so it's a great way for me to just tackle 2 birds with 1 stone. So that's the answer to that question. So have fun with it. Get creative. Try one plan. If you love it, then maybe repeat it. If you're not feeling a workout, just flip and flop. So yeah, so just have fun with the different plans. Next one for Amanda, are you going to be giving and selling samples of Devotion before you release Devotion? They are going to be available when we release. Like other companies that do have sample packs available, we will have them available, and so you can get your hands on them and try them. But you're going to love it, I promise. So yes, to answer that question. And then are there any fitness goals you have that you are working towards at the moment? I'm not sure if you mean personally or like fitness goals for other people. But you said circus, curious as to whether you can do a pistol squat. So I'm not really sure exactly what the question is, but for my personal goals, I'm really trying to get myself back into yoga. It's really hard right now with my situation with my daughter who's 7 months, but my goal is to get back on the yoga mat and also to get myself back in the pool. I'd love to incorporate that along with my runs. So, and in terms of a pistol squat, that is one squat that I really try not to do too much because I feel it in my knees. It hurts my knees, so I'm not trying to master that squat. I've done it with the TRX, so I have some stability. But when it comes to just doing a pistol squat by myself without anything to hold on to, I do feel it in my knee, so I'm not trying to tackle that one. So I hope that answers your question. Next one from Janet. Can I share the UAP with my daughter? I'm thinking about us doing it together. She has a new baby and works long hours. We do blah, blah, blah. You live close and you want to do it together. So I'm all for you guys doing plans together. That's what this is all about and why this works, because we're all in it together and it really helps to have that support. But Janet, I would recommend that either you or she repurchases the plan. I know that it's easy to just share a copy, but it really wasn't meant to be shared. So if you want to do it with your daughter, absolutely do it with your daughter. But I would recommend that it gets purchased again so that you can each have your own copy of the plan. So that's just my thoughts on that. Moving on, Christine, how does one transition when recovering from a major surgery and told they cannot do weights, strenuous exercise, ab work, etc.? Do you continue to follow the 6-meal rule to fuel your body as to not drop muscle mass, or do you cut back? That's a great question. So first of all, whenever you're going through a recovery period, it's really important that you do listen to your doctor, really just trust the healing process. You don't want to set yourself back. So the answer to that question is it's really important that you master your nutrition. When you're not being it's always important to master nutrition, but when you're not being as active, you really need to be a little bit more consistent and precise with the menu. I would recommend following the Ultimate Accelerated Plan, the UAP plan, that alone, just nutrition, specific to the plan, like do all 6 meals. Don't cut the food because you don't want your metabolism to slow down. So to answer your question, you don't want to skip meals. You don't want to cut calories. That's the worst thing you can do. But what you can do is be very specific with all of your meals and make sure that you're getting them in a timely manner and specific to the plan. And that's how you're going to maintain. I've had several people that have been recovering from injuries. I know that Tina is recovering from an injury right now or from surgery, and she's going to be following the UAP pretty strictly. Jessica Colvin's another one of our family members here who has recovered from a surgery and done amazing by just maintaining that nutrition. So it's really, really key always to be consistent. But when you're recovering and not able to be as active, for sure to be super diligent about getting in your meals, not skipping meals, and doing what's laid out on the plan. So it makes complete sense that you're really wanting to cut back, but the answer is actually not to cut back and just to be more precise. So that answers that question. Next one, I love this one. I love Siri's answer too. Siri, you're right on. For Annette, she says, my question is, I've been on the UAP since October. I'm a little freaked out to switch over to the 365. Any thoughts? First of all, Annette, you rock. You rock, girlfriend. You have been killing your workouts, your nutrition, and the results are phenomenal. Thank you for sharing your video and your journey. It's amazing. You are so inspiring. So that's number one. The second thing is you're not alone. It's very common that when you've been doing something and it's working, that you're kind of afraid to change it, especially if a plan's saying that you're going to be able to get more food and refuels. But I want you to know that you're going to be fine. You've worked your metabolism up. You've learned the tools and set the foundation. Now it is time for you to make that transition. And I would recommend that. I wouldn't recommend somebody following the UAP for life. You can with, adding refuels in and that kind of thing, but I wouldn't recommend you just being super strict with the UAP for the rest of your life, because that's not really lifestyle. Lifestyle would be to add in more fruit, to have refuel meals, to allow yourself that freedom and flexibility. So the UAP is intended to jumpstart your results and to get you going and to help you accelerate your results. And then the transition to the ultimate shred is perfect because you've already gotten there, you've gotten the great results, and now you just want to transition to a lifestyle plan where you're still going to get the results, but it's not as strict. You get refuel meals once a week. You get a little bit more of this or that. So it's really, the accelerated plan kind of strips things down and gets you the results you want. And then the Ultimate Shred 365 allows you to make that smooth transition and to bring the foods in without the rebound. So you've proved it to us that you rock your workouts. You've proved it to us that you know what you're doing when it comes to working out. You've got the motivation. I see your posts. You're up at 3, 4 in the morning getting your runs in. So I'm not worried about you. I know that you're going to stay motivated and inspired and get in your workouts. And you've also proved to yourself that you can follow a nutritional plan. So now when you make that transition with the tools that you have, you are going to be just fine. And the support that we have in our Facebook page, you are going to have all the support to be right on track. Here's the other thing, Annette, don't ever worry, because if you ever want to go back to the UAP to accelerate again, you can flip-flop back and forth. That's the beauty of the plans, is they really work well together. So I say you transition off. September's coming up, so it's a perfect time for you to transition to the Ultimate Shred 365, and then give it a try. Give it 4 weeks. Give it the month of September. You want to give it time, because most likely your mind is going to, your brain, your mind is going to kick in and be like, fear is going to take over and want you to revert back. But I want you to give it time and allow yourself to transition to the plan, see how you like it, trust yourself, and then see how you do. And then my thought is that you're going to love it and you're going to keep going. But for some reason, you just are like, I'm going to kick back on the UAP. You can flip-flop between the two, and that works perfectly well too. And then the other thing you can do is know that you can stick with the Ultimate Shred. And then if you ever want to if you're going on vacation or if you have an event or something like that and you just want to kickstart things again, you go to the UAP. So you see how they really work well together. 2 other things on that, I could go on and on because the beauty of these plans is so great, but you can also interchange the workouts. So I know you love some of your other workouts that you've been doing and you've been using the plans for the nutrition, which is great. But if you wanted to play with just the nutrition and then do your own workouts, or use the circuit workouts from one plan and then the nutrition from another, you can absolutely do that too. So that's really great. And then, let's see if I had something else to say on that one. I think that pretty much sums it up. So I say go for it. Go for the 365. It's a perfect time with the end of a month and then the start of a fresh new month. Trust yourself, because you're going to definitely fall into that fear zone, but just please trust yourself. And I know that you're going to have great success like you have with the UAP. So I hope that answers your guys' questions, and keep digging deep. You're doing phenomenal. Love all the inspiration, the support, the videos, the photos that everyone's posting. Looks like my bars are ready. Perfect timing, right? So anyways, have a great rest of your day, and I hope that helps, and I will see you guys soon. Keep up the amazing work. Mwah.